The story begins with a girl named Sophia, a shark researcher. She and her team were in the Pacific Ocean, tracking a shark named Lilith. They had been monitoring Lilith for a long time and still wonder when she will appear on their radar again. And they will take a sample of it and research it. Suddenly, the radar picked up signals, indicating that Lilith might be approaching their area. Without hesitation, the 4 members of the team, including Sophia's husband, dived into the ocean to search for her. While searching, they came across a massive baby whale. Despite being young, its size was enormous. The disturbing part was that the baby whale was dead, with half of its body missing. Now they were thinking that who could be the killer of this whale. That's when the whale's killer comes in front of them. Yes, it was no one else but Lilith who had now come in front of them. Seeing this, they get scared because 2 months ago when they examined Lilith, she was only 2.5 meters tall, and now she was almost 7 meters tall. That means in just 2 months she had grown 3 times, which was shocking. The wise choice at that moment would have been for them to prioritize their own safety, but here, the biggest mistake was made by Sophia's husband. Despite seeing his death in front of him, he had to take a sample of it. So, to take a sample from the body of the shark, he stabbed Lilith, and then what happened? Lilith was out of control and attacked the 4 people of the team and cut them into pieces. While Sophia and her friend were able to see the scene from the boat, although she was also scared. When there is some peace, Sophia also jumps into the ocean with the hope that maybe someone will survive, but there were only pieces of the body of the people of the team that Lilith had killed badly. There was blood everywhere, and now Lilith also comes in front of Sophia, who was no less than a monster. Now she also attacks Sophia and drags her to the ocean with her, but somehow Sophia saves her life. Here, the scene changes and comes straight after 3 years when Sophia stopped researching sharks, and now she used to work as an aquarium guide, where she used to tell the coming children about fish and them, and the children also enjoyed it a lot. Now here, we see a girl, Mika, who was a marine activist. She was researching and giving information about the sea. She was running a company called Saviors of Sea, whose job was to save marine life. It was her responsibility to protect every creature living in the sea. Now Mika meets Sophia, whom she brings to her headquarters, and shows her that Lilith Shark, on which Sophia was doing research a few years ago, is coming to Seine River in Paris in her city, and she is about to enter the river in Paris. That's why Mika wants Sophia to help them to examine Lilith. On it, Sophia says this is not a big deal. Sharks often go from one place to another due to the change in the weather. And yes, it is a little difficult to come to the river from the Pacific Ocean. Not only Lilith, no shark can survive in the fresh water of the river. That's why it will return before coming here. Now, along with this reason, Sophia also had a sad past that was stopping her from examining and tracking sharks. That's why Sophia goes away after giving some such reasons. Now, we see 2 boys standing near the Seine River who get 2 small missiles from the river. Then, the police come here and collect all the missiles and tell everyone that after World War II, small missiles and their shells are found in this river, so there is nothing to be afraid of. Now at night, Mika comes to the Seine River with her friend to investigate the car accident, but she came to examine that Lilith had come to this river. That's why Mika's friend dove into the river, where she spotted the markings of a large shark's fins, but then the police also came here to catch them because it was illegal to investigate any case like this. That's why the police catch Mika while her friend somehow escapes from there. Now we see Sophia, who was able to track Lilith, and she comes to know that, yes, Lilith has come to the River Seine. The next morning, the police take out that man's body from the river who died in a car accident last night. Everyone is scared to see the condition of the body, because half of his body was missing. It was clear to see him as if some big animal had eaten his body. Now Sophia and Mika were also with the bar officers outside the river, and Sophia clearly tells them that this work is not anyone else's, but Lilith's, and now we have to stop the shark. If we want people to not die at the hands of the shark, But here Mika misunderstands this. She thinks that if we want the shark not to kill people, then we have to kill the shark. She thought that the officers would kill the shark together with Sophia, so she starts working to save the shark, because it is obvious that she is a marine savior, so she is doing this. But it is wrong to think that a shark is killing people, but she wants to save it. Then the next day, the officers and Sophia come to the Seine River. Their plan was to go to the river and catch the shark directly. Then Sophia was helping them to track the shark. Everything was going well. Those people were about to see the shark, but Mika makes a big mess here. With the help of her hacker friend, she spoils Sophia's tracker signals, so that now they are not able to track the shark, and it is obvious that there was danger for those officers who went to the river, but Lilith does not go there and changes its route, so that the officers get a chance to save their lives and they come out safely. But this becomes a serious condition that in the middle of the city, the monster shark is roaming in Seine River. That's why the officers go there and tell the mayor. When the mayor is worried and says, we have to stop that shark somehow, because there is going to be a big event on the same Seine River after a few days that she can't cancel in any case. That's why the officers start thinking about stopping Lilith. While Mika makes a video and secretly sends it to many marine activists, she tells them about the shark, that the government wants to kill her and other sharks like her. That's why we must step up and save them, even if it means risking being attacked by sharks. Then she says for this, we have to come to the Catacomb of Paris tonight. The Catacomb is a tunnel under Paris that is spread all over Paris. Now Mika tells her entire plan to her colleagues, but before that, one of her friends went to the police. She tells them everything about this secret plan. They found out Combe River because she wanted to show that sharks are not dangerous to humans, and then a shark comes there, which was not Lilith, with whom many more sharks come there. And then, what was it? The shark proves that badly, and she dies badly. That is, her body breaks into pieces. Seeing this, all the marine activists start running here and there in fear, and their useless plan to save marine life was destroyed. They realized that not every animal can be saved. There are some enemies in your life whom you have to stop and kill. Meanwhile, many activists fall into the river and become sharks' food. Sharks were seen cutting humans into pieces in the river. There was blood. A shark was also killed, whom Sophia is now checking. She discovered that the shark was a 2-month-old female, and surprisingly, it was also pregnant. Even more astonishing was the fact that it carried numerous baby sharks inside her. It turns out that the shark is giving birth to a baby in such a process, in which she is capable of giving birth to a lot of babies at one time, that too very soon at a young age, which is dangerous because their number can increase in a short time. Furthermore, they can also survive in freshwater, which they got from their mother Lilith, who had learned to live in freshwater while enduring the difficulties of the climate. They guess that these sharks can be in the number of thousands. Next day, that swimming event comes where at one time all those people will swim in the river. Because this was not told to the people, there was a risk of sharks coming, but the mayor does not cancel the event for her benefit. In fact, the officers and trained Marines were dropped into the river. They start monitoring. A huge net is tied on one side of the river so that if a shark comes this way, it get trapped in it. While Senior Officer Sophia and her companions had come to the catacomb because she was going to make an explosion at the main place there. Everyone reached their place. The senior officer and Sophia were together. It was dark there. As the senior officer turned on the flashlight, we saw a very terrible scene. Thousands of shark attacks the senior officer, but somehow he blasts the bomb, although he was injured, but some of the shark's children die. The senior officer is pulled up. Now when Sophia goes back to the ringer, so it broke that net and comes to the place where the swimming race had started. Now Lilith comes here and cuts a man into 2 pieces, which creates chaos everywhere. And then a lot of sharks come here. These sharks were not living in the catacombs, that's why they didn't die from the explosions, and their number was very high. The sharks attack people swimming in the river. In a moment, the river turned red with blood. Their corpses were scattered everywhere. Along with this, the biggest mistake here was that the officer shot the shark with a sniper that hit the missiles lying in the water, which were lying there from the Second War. They were not diffused, but were completely active. Because of this, when a missile explodes, a lot of missiles started exploding. As this happens, there is a tsunami-like scene with huge explosions. The water of the river spreads everywhere, which takes a large part of Paris with it. There is a lot of destruction. Only Sophia and the senior officer are left watching the destruction all around. Corpses and a lot of sharks were roaming around. It was reported that these sharks are moving to the nearby area because of the tsunami. As a result, they have spread throughout the country, and the most dangerous possibility is that they could spread across the globe, causing significant destruction. This situation poses a grave threat to humanity and the world. The story concludes with this heartbreaking ending.